Good afternoon, divas. It is Thursday, January 12th, and actually I should say good evening. It's about 6:30 in the evening. I have not vlogged all day. It's just been one of those days where I have just been on my computer all day long, trying to get stuff done. I do have a couple of legal cases that I take on every once in a blue moon. At any rate, I need to get some stuff done for those, and I wanted to be able to go ahead and run to Staples. I need to go get some things laminated, and I'll show you just a second. I printed out some things that I'm going to have that are going to be just the kind of labels or the titles for my vision board and my blessing board. And let me just turn the camera around so you can see. Okay, sorry, don't pay attention to my dirty kitchen back there. I'm about to clean it up before I go. All right, so hold on. Let me turn it around. Okay, so these are the kind of fun things that I printed off. I wanted the writing to be in purple. Let me get a little bit closer. You can see I'm going to be cutting these out and then laminating them. And I put like different little hearts and stuff like that. I'm going to cut out and put around, the vision board title or label or whatever you want to call it. And just fun things to help motivate me. And I hope I'm giving you some really good ideas. Now down here is what we have, the blessings board. And this is again just the board I'm going to have that speaks about the different blessings that I've received that I didn't even ask for, or some of them I did have asked for. This answers to prayers, or they may be dreams that God gives me, and then God ends up giving me the interpretation, or somebody else gives me the interpretation or the meaning of it, or a lot of times God will just tell me what it means, and also words of knowledge that people give, just all those kind of fun stuff. So. Okay, so it's been one of those days. I have on minimal makeup. I don't really have on eyeshadow, just a little bit of liner and some blush and lipstick because I just haven't had time today. But I need to get this stuff done, and I want to do a Facebook Live video about me putting up these things for the blessings board. So I want to do that before it gets too late. I want to try to do that around 8:30 this evening. And so let me get going. I will see you guys when I'm at Staples. Hey divas. Okay, so Staples was closed. They closed at 8 o'clock, so of course I got there right at 8. So I am in Office Max, and the young lady was nice enough to lay out the lamination. And so when I'm done cutting out the pieces that I showed you a little bit earlier, I will show you how I will lay it out in the lamination, and the young lady will put it in the machine, and we'll be all ready to go. Okay, divas, this is kind of how they came out. I've done it on the cutting board, just cutting them down to size so it'll be easier and take up less space on the vision board. And I'll show you why these people are important. Well, you know me, but why this young lady is important. Let me get rid of this. And anybody who knows me knows I love me some Nick. I'll tell you that in a second. And now the young lady just finished laminating. Let me just show you that. Hold on, let me hold these down. I cut out the pieces. And the reason why you want to cut them out is that when I cut them out of the extra spaces around here, you want to make sure that they don't fall out. If I left it all on one sheet and just laminated it, when I went to cut these pieces out, it wouldn't have been sealed around the edges here, and I would have been worried about them coming out of the plastic. All right, so that's why I did it that way. The same thing with these. So let me just give you an idea how that turned out. So I tried to fit on as many on one sheet as I could. Let me show you the other sheet. Hold on. Let me show you the other sheet. This is a vision board and the little cutouts here. Okay, now I'm about to cut out these because I want to put this side by side. I couldn't fit them when I laminated them. I couldn't fit them in like a landscape type of thing, so I had to put one on top of the other, but eventually I want to cut this out so that they are side by side. So I'm about to do that because they're about to close, so I need to hurry. Okay, so the Walmart is right across the street from where the Office Max was, where I just was, and I know I'm out of like bananas and stuff like that, so guess what? Instead of going home, I ended up at Walmart, so I said, why bother to
make a separate trip and all the gas and all of that. So I said, let me just try to be more efficient and stop being in such a hurry and such a rush. I said, let me just hurry up and do this, even though I do need to do a Facebook Live video soon. I will hurry up because it's 9 o'clock. I want to try to do my start my video by 9:30, and we'll see. I might not end up doing the video tonight. I'd be really disappointed, but it might be too late by the time I get home, but I'm gonna try. So let me hurry, get off this video, get my food, and hurry home.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep things together for my diet. You know, my diet is really a life change. But for my weight loss goals for this month, you know, always the first 4 or 5 pounds are the easiest. So I only want to lose 6 pounds for the next 2 weeks. I think I already lost 1. So another 5 pounds for this month. And so I got some Red Delicious apples, got some organic, these are organic. I've got some grapefruit. Then I got some organic bananas. Then I really love getting these frozen mixed vegetables. I always put them in soups, different types of soups. And then sometimes I'll have tomato soup and I'll put it in that. Or I'll have like a beef vegetable soup and I'll add some fresh vegetables to it. Or sometimes I have the cream of chicken soup and add that. And it's just like having pot pie without the crust. Even though I really love the crust. But it's so good, and you know, it really freshens up the soup. Then I've got some walnuts here, which are really good for hair growth and strengthening the hair follicles. So you know, that's still something that I'm working on. My hair is doing much better, but I'm still not quite where I'd like to have it. Also, other mixed nuts are in here that are good for your hair. The Brazil nuts, the cashews, and these don't have, oh no, these do have pecans. These don't have, what's the other green nut? Pistachios. These don't have pistachios. Pistachios are also good for your hair. This is lightly salted. I could not find the unsalted ones, so sometimes I get the lightly salted. And these I use almost like a Chex mix because I don't drink milk. But I just snack on these. And these only have 6 grams of sugar. So I try to keep it in the highest I like to go is 9 grams of sugar. So anything like a dried fruit or something like that, I usually cannot have because the dried fruit has such concentrated sugar in it. I have shampoo, but I didn't have the conditioner, but I like Burt's Bees. So it's good for my hair. And then I got some makeup remover because you know I love my makeup. And then I needed batteries for my scale in my bathroom, so I got that. And I got these Sharpies for my my project for my blessing board. I did get a blue and black marker, but I realized I wanted a red marker, and so this was cheaper to get the package like this instead of buying it individually like I did when I was at the craft store. And so, believe it or not, all of this was over $50. You believe that? So I am going to, I still have about another 2 hours worth of work to do. It's 10 o'clock at night. But, you know, that's what entrepreneurs do. I need to, it's been about a week since I've uploaded a video to my vlog on YouTube, which is Dating God's Way in your 40s. So I need to do that before I go to sleep tonight. So I'm going to keep it moving, put this food away, get in my PJs and sit and work on my computer until I'm done. And then I need to get up early tomorrow, work out, and then get ready to do my Facebook Live big reveal. So I needed to finish doing my boards in the morning. If I'm not too tired, I might do it tonight, but I'll need to finish doing that after my workout and get all that stuff done. So good night, divas. I will see you in the morning. Good morning, divas. I am on my way to the gym, and it is Friday. I think it's... I'm pretty sure that it's January 13th. I think it's the 13th. Anyway, I am on my way to the gym because, as you know, I'm trying to lose the 6 pounds in the next 2 weeks. And so I'm working on that, and also just getting back into the rhythm of more regular exercise. And the second thing is I have my big reveal for my blessing and vision board today. So
I'm going to do that this morning, so I need to get in a quick workout. I'm not sure how long I'll be there because, you know, it just all depends on how I feel. It's that most wonderful time of the month, and so sometimes I struggle a little bit more with exercising when I'm on my period. So anyway, but you know, we get there and we do what we need to do. So I'm saying hi to my neighbors. And we do what we need to do, and we hang in there, and we just keep pushing forward. So that's what we're doing. And so I'll see you when I am ready to do my big reveal in a little while. Hi, I hope you guys are having a great day. I have been promising for the past couple of days to do this big vision board and blessings board reveal. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm so excited. I was up kind of late trying to get this done, but I hope that it's something that's going to inspire you. The whole purpose of me doing it is really to inspire me, to help me to pull down from heaven what I believe God has for me and the plans and purposes and the dreams that He's put in my heart. And so to have a vision board, to have a blessings board, really helps to center me. It helps me to remember and not to take any of the credit or any of the glory for myself, but it's always glory to God. All right, what it is. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. This is my vision board. Okay, let me move over so you can see it a little bit better. And you'll see like these little special little puffy things. All of these are emojis that I just made big, you know, the same size as the font. And I think this is 120 point font or something like that. So all I did was put an emoji right next to it. Okay. And you'll also see that this is laminated. And so what I did was, and this is a chart, emoji chart, that I said, you know what, my vision board, I want that chart to be going up with that big red line. I love it. But anyway, what I did to create these, let me come back a little bit so you can see it all together for 1 second. Okay, come back a little bit more. Okay, I think you can see it now. All right, so essentially what I did was I printed it out. I have a color printer here, and I printed it out. And I went to, you can go to Staples, you can go to, hey Sean, it's good to see you. So I'm doing the big reveal for you, okay? But all I did was I went to Office Max. Again, you can go to Staples, or you can also, they also have a laminator at, if you go to like FedEx, Kinko's, those three places. And all you need to do is just ask them to, you know, I put it in the, you know, in between the sheets before they laminate it. And all the little things I have around it, let me step out a little bit more. You see on the side here, let me go a little bit closer. Again, these are just emojis. You know, these are just emojis that I made bigger, and I cut them, you know, I put them in the lamination also, so that way if I have to move them around, it makes it easier. I can just lift it off. And what I did was, let me just show you this one. You've probably figured, how do you have it on the wall? I put these little, like, you can get from like any craft store. I got these from Michael's. You have this like putty that, you know, it fixes it to the wall, so that way if you have to move it, you can. Let me just go up above it too so you can see that. And I hope it's not too much glare. And I'll get to the blessings board in just a second. Okay, but let me just show you what's on my vision board and why. It's a whole lot of lore on this vision board. There is. It's not because I'm a narcissist, okay? There's a whole reason for it. Okay, so this first one, let me get a little bit closer. Obviously, this is the picture from my Facebook cover page picture. And it's for me to really pray over my brand, pray over my business. What do I want it to look like in 2017? So I can get up every morning. I have to look at this wall as soon as I get up in the morning. And it's the last thing I look at before I go to bed. And so I'm really just praying and contending for all the things, all the prophetic words I've gotten from my business, all the dreams, all the hopes, everything. So that's why it's the first picture that's up there. One of the people who have helped me, you're probably wondering, who is this woman? Sorry, okay, now you can see a picture. You probably figure, who is this woman right here? This is beautiful Sandy Krakowski, and she has helped me so much. Let me go back a little bit so you can see her a little bit better. And it might be a little bit of a glare, so let me see if I can fix that. Okay, I think it's a little better. Okay, but she is a wonderful business coach. If you want to start a small business, She has a Facebook page, Sandy Krakowski Biz on Facebook. She also has a website called arealchange.com. But like I said, she is an awesome Christian, and she has helped me. I have been a part of her inner circle to help me try to get this business off the ground. So that's why she's there, and she's one of the people I wanted to aspire to be like. So that's why her picture is here. Okay, you're wondering probably what is this? This is something so precious to me. My friend, I think at the time she was 9 years old, but she made this for me. And I said, I'm always going to keep this, so I'll protect her privacy. But thank you to my little 9-year-old friend. So I said, I'm going to put it up my vision board. She says it's good to be the queen. So if she says it, I believe it. All right, so the next thing is, anybody who knows me knows I love Nick. This is Nick, and I'm probably going to butcher his last name. This is Nick Vujicic. And he is a gentleman who inspires me every single day. He doesn't have any arms or any legs, but he has this wonderful ministry. I've heard him speak live, and I'm so happy because he's in Dallas quite frequently. His wife, who's so gorgeous, I think she's like a supermodel or something, but his wife has family here, so he comes to speak here, several times a year. I think he technically lives in California, but he's here in Dallas a lot, so I'm so super happy. And last summer I was able to hear him speak at one of the churches here locally, and so I was over the moon. So Nick inspires me. If you go to his website, Life Without Limbs, and he has another website that is connected to that I can't think of at the moment. But anyway, if you want to, if you want a shot in the arm of just how to transcend your circumstances, I always look to Nick. Okay, now I have this last picture up on here. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, that's me making a fist. Or making a muscle, I should say. That was me 2.5 years ago, and so that's my fitness goal, to get back to where I was 2.5 years ago, here where I was 45 years old. So don't think, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can. I'm 48 now. Yes, you can. Yes, you can do it. So that's my vision board. All right, so let's go to, I'm taking too long, I'm sorry here. Let me go to my blessing board, which is right next to it. Okay, as you see, it's the same color, but the font is different because I wanted to look a little bit different. And again, let me just say, this is just an emoji that I made a little bit bigger. So that's my blessings board. And my blessings board, you put like, what do you put on that? Let me just turn you for a second. I put on words of knowledge. Hey, Catherine, thank you. Sometimes God gives me dreams, and then he'll give me the answer, sometimes the same day, sometimes later on. And so anything like that I really feel like impacts my life, I put it on there. As you see, I started already. Now hold on, let me just show you what I do. Let me get the ruler and okay. So what I do is I bought this little cheapy ruler from Michael's, which I think was like $1.99. They have different colors, doesn't matter. Let me just put that down here a second. And then I use a blue fine tip and a red fine tip. The blue one is when I get, a revelation, or I'm asking God something or whatever. And the red is what I put like the answer, or it's the answer to prayer. If I've been praying for something, whatever it is, I put the answer or the revelation in red. Because I said, that's just the blood of Jesus. Okay, so let me just turn this to you. You see, I started a little bit already. Let me go back this a little bit so you can see it better. But I started already. And, even if you remember stuff from last year, it doesn't matter, when the date you want to start, just as long as you start it now. So, this is a good project. Like I have here, for example, let me come a little bit closer. I have here just that I taught a class last week, and I was really kind of apprehensive about how that was going to go. And I also made up a workbook to go along with it. And I taught a live class 3 nights last week, and then I put the answer here. I was like, thank you, God. It went well. I think that, everything went really well. And so, when things like that to really inspire you, when you feel like God gives you a word to encourage you, not just to encourage you, but it has come to pass and it's going to manifest here on earth, and it's going to manifest now. That's my thing. It's a now thing. So I'm just every day I'm like, okay, Lord, my promotion is here. My time is now. And so you'll just see here too that I put other different little emojis that that I blew up and laminated. And so that's the big reveal of my blessings board and my vision board. I hope this inspires you. You know, it's a good project for, you know, even if you have smaller kids, they can help you cut out some of the emojis, or, you know, help you to, you know, put the paper on the wall. And this paper, let me just tell you one thing, that's what I forgot to say. This paper here, it has like a backing to it. So you want to make sure, because I'm writing on with markers, so you want to make sure that it doesn't bleed through. So this is like a heavier paper that I got. And if you go back to where they had the paint supplies, they have the heavier papers. They have the canvases, and then this is kind of like a step down from a canvas. And this was, I think, $8 each, so I have 2 of them. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys know that. You're like, oh my gosh, the ink is probably bleeding behind the wall. It's not. It's you know, really sturdy paper here that has like a backing to it. Okay, so it's a great project for kids, or even, believe it or not, when I was cutting out these emojis, and I was actually kind of rushing last night because the Office Max was going to close at 9. But it was actually kind of relaxing. So, you know, you hear about all these, you know, people who have these adult coloring books, and you're like, I guess, you know, but to be honest, you know, I at first was like, oh, okay, you know, if that works, but you know, it really does work. This was super inexpensive. Like I said, these boards were like, the paper boards were $8 each. I printed off, you know, these pictures and stuff, so I didn't pay for that. And you know, these thumbtacks are next to nothing. And this cork board was, if I'm not, I think this also was $8 at Michael's. And so, you know, and to laminate it, I used 2 sheets, 2 of the larger sheets to laminate it. That's like $6. You know, do one for yourself if your kids have one already. It is something that's really going to be something that's going to propel me in 2017. I know it's going to do the same for you. And I will see you guys soon. I love you.